Okay, so, well, he's dead. We gotta get out of here now. Alright, if you actually spend a bit of time and look around this room, there are some goodies. Like over here. Weapons cabinet, grenades, and shotguns. There's PEPs, energy packs, and rocket launchers. I don't think I've actually seen a PEPs gun in the game so far, so I'm not sure if that's like ammo before you get the gun, or if I've completely missed the gun. I didn't see a PEPs gun when I came through the first time on this yet either, so... Also mine templates, but my inventory's full. What you do with a mine template is essentially combine it with like an EMP grenade or a frag grenade or a gas grenade or anything to create like that kind of mine, such as, you know, frag mine, EMP mine, and you can stick mines to walls and everything, as you've seen mines stuck around the place before. So they can be kind of useful to leave them there if, you know, enemies are patrolling. I do hate in this game how elevators do take ages. You spend a lot of time standing in elevators. It's not the most fun part of the game, but we're out to the chopper. So that was an easy escape route. Why couldn't I have taken that way into the building?
You ready to get out of here, Jensen?
Yeah, take us back to Sarif Industries.
None too soon if you ask me. Strap in and hold on.
I mean, it would have been a lot easier to go into the building that way. Just like a door, an elevator, and then in the big boss fight area. That would have been so much easier. Okay, coming into land. That's always a good sign, I guess. It looks kind of weird, the helicopter against the background. I'm thinking it's like a 2D art rendery style background, and because it's a 3D object, it has that weird thing around it. I don't know. It just looks weird when it lands. It doesn't against the wall and everything.
Jensen, I
But,
need to speak with
yeah.
you. Meet me in your office right away.
I'd love to, Francis, but I have to debrief Sarif first.
I suppose you could, or you could hear what I have to say and see if that doesn't change things. Pritchard out.
We need everyone on high alert. It's not only the pro-Augs you might want to...
He called him Francis.
Saying that pro-human activists might see this visit as treachery?
I'm just saying anything is possible. So keep your eyes out.
Not that the guy's my hero all of a sudden, but there was just something about Taggart that I found.
Guess I want to
What
go
do you
meet
want?
Francis.
As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Sarif?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
Ooh, getting personal now. Streaming lots of data shortly after they suggested to hire me. loopholes. I don't have enough practice points for the social enhancer. Social enhancer is great, you know, it allows you to talk people around, and that's so much easier because you can influence them with it. If you don't, you kind of have to guess the right answer and hope it goes
Excuse
your
me.
way.
Mr. Jensen,
You
isn't
can
it?
tell by their
Sir,
response
you have
kind of
charity
if it's
dinner?
going your way,
In a
but,
moment, yes.
you know,
I was
it's so
hoping
much
I might
easier
run
with
into you,
the
Mr.
social enhancer.
Jensen.
It has a bar
Bill
that
Taggart.
shows whether it's
The
going your
family
way and
man at the
everything.
front. I know who you are.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarif's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go. What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
Gladly.
Alright, let's go talk to David Sarif.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
Yeah, focus on what's important. He's trying to turn the conversation away from what he was doing. Alright, 3 options here. Last time I went on the kind of
You're right.
defensive slash refocus
maybe
kind of
Pritchard's
way.
paranoia
That
is rubbing
worked
off
out
on me.
horribly and I got nothing from it.
It's just that the timing seems so strange.
Hence
Right
why I'm
before you
taking a
hired me.
different approach on this
Don't you
one
think it
to
might be more
what
than
I did before.
coincidence?
I guess I can see why you'd think that, given everything you've been through recently. But you can't expect me to tell you every detail of this company's operations every single day. We're at war here, and it's your job to protect us from enemies who try to take us down. You should have found that loophole without my having to tell you about it. You know, Frank wanted me to hire experts, an outside security firm to protect us, but you convinced me you could do it. Are you saying you were wrong?
I think I proved myself today. And the only reason I'm worried about that loophole right now is because the data you streamed through it could have been accessed, backtraced, and stolen by the men who attacked us. Our enemies might still find a way to hurt us with it.
What? Well, I never considered that. I'm sorry, son. I guess you have proved yourself today. Your concerns about the data being compromised won't really be an issue as long as we stay strong and work together as a team. That's all I've ever tried to do here. Find the best, most qualified people I can and bring them all together so they can complement each other. Now, Megan understood that. That's why she suggested I hire you in the first place. To help help this little family of ours survive.
Boss, I never meant to imply... Look, I'll back off, if that's what you want. But when you start dragging Megan into this, it puts me on the defensive.
Well, I guess I can see why it would. If I'm reluctant to share the data with you, it's because there's legal issues involved. Every company has its secrets, son. And Megan's research was a big part of ours. But the data I streamed has nothing to do with her. It wasn't even proprietary in nature, so I don't want you wasting any more time.
This is an incredibly long chat, just trying to get a bit of data from
And
them.
I will. So leave it to me to deal with from here.
Boss, I'm sorry if you think this is a big waste of time. I just don't want to see anyone else getting hurt because of information I didn't have. But if you really believe this data can't hurt us, that it won't come back somehow and bite us in the ass, then I'll trust you.
I can't be 100% sure of something like that, Adam. No one can. God damn it. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Wait, I'm confused. Exactly, what in the hell kind of data do they have here? I mean, if it's something I, may regret seeing, I'm worried by this. We're still actually making a trip all the way down to go see it first. What is it? Okay, so some genetic test details. Okay, that's kind of right. Well, that
Athena
seemed
tells
to
me
be
you spoke
nothing
to
of
Sarif.
real use.
Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Ooh. Pretty insulting there.